understanding the emotional struggles of your loved one. An angelic message. Dear one, the angels have chosen to speak to you today through these cards to help you understand the emotional struggle of the person you wish to spend the rest of your life with. Their heart is troubled, and they are facing deep emotional challenges, which might be making them consider taking actions that seem confusing or sudden. The cards that have been drawn provide insight into the complexities of their feelings, the emotional turbulence they are navigating, and how you can support them during this time. These cards are not just about their struggle, but also about the growth, healing, and renewal that is to come. Let's explore this message in detail, focusing on why they are troubled, what is causing them to think of taking action, and how the angels are guiding both of you through this challenging time. The innocence of emotional turmoil. The Page of Cups. The first card drawn is the Page of Cups, a card that represents an open yet vulnerable heart. This person is not troubled because of malice or neglect, but because they are experiencing emotions they may not fully understand. Much like a child encountering something new for the first time, they are discovering feelings that are raw, unfamiliar, and overwhelming. They are emotionally curious, but the depth of what they are feeling is both fascinating and frightening. Their heart is open, yet unprepared for the vastness of the emotions they are encountering. This person is in a state of emotional discovery, trying to figure out how to navigate the newness of what they are feeling. They may feel lost or confused, unsure of how to express themselves or how to process these emotions. This confusion is causing them to consider actions that seem impulsive or rash. They are likely overwhelmed by these feelings and may be thinking of withdrawing or doing something drastic simply to cope. The angels ask you to see this person with compassion and patience. They are not lost, but rather in the early stages of emotional growth. Like a child learning to walk, they may stumble or make mistakes, but this is part of their journey toward emotional maturity. Your role is not to fix their emotions, but to support them as they learn and grow. Be a steady presence, offering them a safe space where they can explore their feelings without fear of judgment. Your love and understanding will help them feel grounded, allowing them to eventually gain clarity about their emotions and their next steps. The depth of emotional sensitivity. The Queen of Cups. The next card is the Queen of Cups, representing deep emotional sensitivity and nurturing energy. This card reflects the emotional state of the person you love, who is currently struggling with overwhelming feelings. The Queen of Cups is someone who is highly intuitive, compassionate, and connected to their emotions. However, this very sensitivity can be both a gift and a burden. This person is absorbing the emotional energy around them, whether from others or their environment, and it is causing them to feel lost, overwhelmed, or burdened by emotions they cannot fully process. The trouble they are facing comes from their ability to feel so deeply. They care deeply about others and are likely carrying the emotional weight of people they love, which is causing them distress. They may not know how to set emotional boundaries or protect themselves from absorbing the pain of others. Their sensitivity makes them feel like they are constantly navigating a storm of emotions, which can be exhausting and confusing. This person is also struggling with the fear of being misunderstood or not receiving the emotional support they need. They might be thinking of retreating or making a decision that would distance them from others simply because they feel overwhelmed by their own emotions. The angels ask you to embody the energy of the Queen of Cups, calm, compassionate, and intuitive. You are being called to offer emotional support and create a safe space for them to express their feelings. They do not need solutions right now, but rather a compassionate presence that can help them navigate their emotional world. Your love, patience, and understanding will provide them with the emotional stability they need to heal and find clarity. The need for change. The Eight of Cups, the third card, the Eight of Cups, speaks of a significant emotional transition. This person is currently in a place where they feel an inner calling to move away from something that no longer serves them. The Eight of Cups represents a moment of departure, a decision to leave behind what is no longer fulfilling or meaningful. This could involve leaving behind old beliefs, a relationship, or even a way of life that has become unfulfilling. This decision is not being made lightly. It is the result of a deep emotional realization that their current situation does not align with their deeper needs or desires. This inner conflict is causing them emotional turmoil. They feel torn between their attachments to the past and their desire to move forward towards something more meaningful. The angels want you to understand that their trouble comes not from recklessness or confusion, but from a deep internal knowing that they need to seek something more fulfilling for their emotional and spiritual well-being. The decision to walk away is not easy, as it requires great courage and strength, but it is necessary for their growth and healing. Your role in this journey is to offer support and understanding. They may need time to reflect and process their emotions as they embark on this path of self-discovery. You are not being asked to solve their problems, but to walk beside them as they explore what truly brings them peace and fulfillment. The angels assure you that this journey, though difficult, will lead to greater emotional freedom and strength for both of you. In time, this person will return with more clarity and emotional strength, better equipped to give and receive love. The moment of decision. The Two of Swords. Finally, the Two of Swords speaks of a moment of indecision. The person you love is currently facing a significant choice, caught between two opposing forces or two potential paths. This inner conflict is causing emotional distress and confusion. The Two of Swords represents a time of uncertainty where they are unable to make a clear decision because they feel torn between different options or obligations. This card suggests that the person is struggling to find clarity, and their emotional state is clouded by doubt and fear. They may be avoiding making a decision out of fear of making the wrong choice. The angels ask you to be patient and understanding during this time. Offer them your emotional support and reassure them that it is okay to take their time in making a decision. The angels are guiding them toward clarity, and in time, they will be able to choose the path that aligns with their heart and soul. Conclusion. The path to emotional growth. In summary, the person you love is navigating a complex emotional landscape. Their struggles are not caused by malice or neglect, but by their own emotional growth. They are learning to understand their feelings, navigate their sensitivity, and make difficult decisions about their future. The angels are guiding them through this process, offering gentle support and urging them to take their time in exploring their emotions before making any significant changes. Your role in this journey is to be patient, compassionate, and supportive. By offering them a safe space to explore their emotions, you will help them heal and grow. Trust in the process and know that although they are struggling now, this journey will ultimately lead to greater emotional fulfillment and a deeper connection between you both. The angels are guiding both of you toward emotional healing, growth, and a stronger bond. The person you care about is going through a difficult time, and they are struggling to find a way forward. At the heart of their struggle is a tough decision that they feel unable to make. The swords in this situation represent the conflict they are facing between their mind and their heart, or perhaps between two paths in their life that are pulling them in different directions. This indecision is weighing heavily on their spirit, leaving them stuck and unsure of what to do next. The angels want you to understand that their thoughts of making a big change or taking action that feels unfamiliar or out of character are a result of the inner conflict they are experiencing. They may feel emotional and unsure, but they don't know how to resolve their thoughts or emotions. This is making them feel paralyzed, unable to move forward because of the fear of making the wrong choice. Much like the figure in the Two of Swords card, the person you care about may be emotionally defensive. They could be shutting themselves off from their emotions, or they might refuse to acknowledge the depth of the difficult choices they face. Their heart is shielded, and they are unsure which direction to take. This avoidance is only creating more inner turmoil as they feel overwhelmed by the pressure to make a decision, yet afraid of the consequences. The angels ask that you understand their indecision is not a sign of weakness. It isn't because they don't want to move forward, but rather because they are dealing with a heavy situation that requires careful thought. They are at a crossroads in their life, feeling torn between two choices. One option might represent stability or comfort, while the other may offer growth and change, but with the fear of losing something valuable. The conflict between logic and emotion is making it even harder for them to decide. They are trying to approach the situation rationally, but their heart is pulling them in another direction. This is what keeps them stuck. The angels show that they are under pressure to make a choice, but they aren't ready to confront the emotions that come with it. They may even be tempted to act impulsively to escape the discomfort of their indecision. The Two of Swords also brings a message of the need for balance and harmony. The person you care about may feel uncertain about the future and may be avoiding facing the truth that their emotions are trying to tell them. The blindfolded figure in the card symbolizes their refusal or inability to look deeply into their heart to understand how they truly feel. They might be avoiding difficult conversations or suppressing their emotions in order to keep control over the situation. But the angels want you to know that this avoidance is only prolonging their suffering. The angels ask for patience and gentleness on your part. Right now, this person is in a state of inner conflict. They are not yet ready to face the full weight of their emotions and might appear distant or closed off. This isn't because they don't care, but because they are trying to protect themselves from the fear and uncertainty of making a choice. They are afraid of the emotional consequences, which is why they are withdrawing or shutting down. The angels ask you to offer support, but not by pushing them to make a decision. Instead, be there for them without trying to solve their problems. Hold space for them as they work through this inner conflict. They need time to come to terms with their feelings and find a way to balance their heart and mind. The angels are guiding them toward clarity, but they can't rush the process. They first need to remove the blindfold they've placed over their heart and let themselves feel what they have been avoiding. The Two of Swords also represents inner peace. The angels want you to understand that this person is seeking peace amid their turmoil. They are trying to stay calm on the outside, but deep within, they are battling a storm of conflicting emotions. This is why they might be thinking of taking action to relieve the inner tension they feel, but they don't yet realize that true peace will come when they face their emotions directly. The angels urge you to be a calm and understanding presence in their life. They may need time to come to terms with their feelings and may not be ready to share their inner conflict fully with you. Be patient with them and offer your love without expecting immediate answers. The angels are guiding this person towards clarity, but they must first be willing to sit with their emotions and trust their inner voice. This person may also be facing external pressures that are adding to their indecision. They could be torn between their own desires and the expectations of others. They might feel caught between two paths with no clear solution, and the angels ask you to remind them that it's okay to take time to reflect. They don't need to rush into a decision out of fear or pressure. Encourage them to listen to their intuition and trust that their heart will lead them to the right path when the time is right. The message of the Two of Swords is ultimately about finding balance between conflicting forces. The angels are guiding this person toward a resolution that honors both their heart and mind, but they must first be willing to remove the emotional barriers they've put up. Their current trouble comes from resisting the vulnerability needed to acknowledge the full weight of their situation. With your support and the guidance of the angels, this person will eventually find the clarity they seek. The angels want you to trust in the process and have faith that this person will come out of this period of indecision stronger and more aligned with their true self. Though they may be struggling now, they are on the path to greater emotional understanding and peace. The angels are watching over them, helping them see that the answers they need are already within them, waiting to be uncovered. Even though they might be in trouble now, this is a transformative time for them. The angels are guiding them toward growth and self-awareness. Their trouble is temporary, and eventually they will find a way forward. Trust that with time, they will discover peace and balance, and know that the angels are with them throughout this journey. Another aspect of the trouble this person is facing is related to feelings of loss, isolation, and hardship. The Five of Pentacles reflects a time of struggle, particularly a sense of lack and insecurity that weighs heavily on their heart and spirit. This person may feel unsupported, whether it's due to financial difficulties, personal setbacks, or a general sense of worthlessness and inadequacy. The angels want you to know that this person may feel abandoned, or as if they are on the outside looking in. They might be dealing with challenges that make them feel disconnected from others, and this sense of exclusion is troubling them deeply. They might not be sharing the full extent of their struggles with you or others, out of fear of judgment or pride. The Five of Pentacles speaks not just to material hardships, but also to emotional and spiritual poverty. This person may be feeling spiritually depleted, disconnected from love, support, and guidance. They might be losing faith in themselves and others, unsure that they will overcome their troubles. The angels want you to understand that they are not only struggling with financial or material issues, but also with a deep sense of emotional and spiritual emptiness. These feelings of lack might lead them to consider drastic measures to escape their pain. They might think about making a sudden change, withdrawing from relationships, or even leaving responsibilities behind. The angels want you to know that their troubles are not permanent. The Five of Pentacles is a reminder that even in times of hardship, help and support are available. The figures in this card are shown walking past a church, symbolizing that help is nearby, even if they don't notice it. The angels are guiding you to be a source of light and support for them during this challenging time. They may be too proud to ask for help, but your love and presence can remind them that they are not alone. Help them see that they don't have to go through this struggle in isolation. Encourage them to lean on others when needed, whether it's you or other trusted sources. The angels are showing that they have the strength and resilience to rise above their current challenges. And with your support, they can find their way out of this difficult time. The Five of Pentacles also touches on their emotional and spiritual state. This person may feel disconnected from their sense of purpose or joy. They might have lost sight of their own inner light and are struggling to find their way back. The angels want you to help them reconnect with their inner light through acts of kindness, encouragement, or simply by offering consistent love and reassurance. Sometimes people need to be reminded that they are loved and valued, especially when they are struggling. The angels also want to remind you that while this person is going through a difficult time, it's important to trust in divine timing. They are on a journey that will ultimately lead them to greater growth and understanding. Their current troubles are not a reflection of who they are, but a challenge they must overcome. With love, patience, and the guidance of the angels, they will find their way through these hardships and emerge stronger, more compassionate, and more aligned with their true self. The Five of Pentacles speaks of temporary struggle, but it also holds the promise of renewal. With your help and the angels' guidance, they will find their way back to the light. Lastly, the Three of Swords shows that the person you care about is in emotional pain, perhaps dealing with heartbreak, betrayal, or overwhelming sadness. The angels want you to understand that this person is hurting on a deep level. They are facing grief, possibly due to the end of a relationship, the loss of something important, or feelings of abandonment. This emotional pain is causing them to consider drastic actions, such as withdrawing from situations or making impulsive decisions to escape the heartbreak. The angels want you to understand that this pain is part of a healing process. Though it may seem unbearable now, it is an opportunity for growth and transformation. They need to fully feel and process their grief in order to heal. This process may take time, but with your patience and support, they will eventually find peace. The Three of Swords shows that healing can only come when they allow themselves to face the pain head-on without suppressing it. With love and understanding, they will eventually emerge from this heartbreak stronger and more whole. The message conveyed in this text is about supporting someone who is going through emotional pain, particularly heartbreak. The message revolves around the idea of the person experiencing emotional struggles, potentially due to feelings of guilt, loneliness, and heartache. The angels are offering guidance on how to help this person heal and find peace in the midst of their struggles. It also touches upon themes of self-compassion, emotional release, and the importance of love and support during tough times. Here's a simplified version of the message, broken down into more digestible parts while keeping the spirit of the original intact. Acknowledging the pain of heartbreak when someone you love is experiencing deep emotional pain, such as heartbreak or loss. They may carry feelings of guilt or self-blame. The Three of Swords, a card often associated with sorrow and grief, suggests that they might be feeling regret and wishing they had done something differently to avoid the pain. These emotions are part of their healing journey. The angels want you to remind them gently that it is not their fault and that sometimes heartbreak is a necessary part of life, leading to greater self-awareness and growth. Healing takes time, and it's essential for them to be kind to themselves during this process. The loneliness of heartbreak, even when surrounded by loved ones, the person may feel isolated in their suffering. The Three of Swords speaks to this loneliness, as the person may feel that no one else can truly understand their pain. They might withdraw from others, not because they don't care, but because their heart feels so fragile that they don't know how to share their pain. The angels want you to know that the loneliness they feel is not only from the loss, but also from the emotional isolation of dealing with their grief. It can be hard for them to open up, but your support can help them feel less alone. The desire to protect themselves, the person might also be thinking about taking drastic actions, such as cutting ties with people or closing their heart to new possibilities, out of fear of being hurt again. They might feel that distancing themselves from others is the only way to protect their heart. While the angels understand this urge, they also want you to know that this is not the path to healing. True healing happens when someone embraces their emotions and learns that love and connection are still possible after heartbreak. Your role is to offer compassion and remind them that they don't need to shut others out to protect themselves. Healing comes through love, not isolation. Offering unconditional support sometimes. The best thing you can do for someone who is suffering is simply being there for them. You don't need to try to fix their problems or take away their pain. The angels remind you to be a source of unconditional love and support. Let the person know that it's okay to feel sad, to grieve, and to take their time in healing. They don't need to rush the process, and they don't need to do it alone. You don't have to have all the answers. Just your presence and understanding can mean the world to someone in emotional pain. Releasing pain and moving towards healing, the angels also want to help this person release the emotional pain they are holding on to. This doesn't mean forgetting or minimizing the hurt, but rather letting go of the emotional grip the sorrow has on their heart. Healing requires allowing emotions to flow freely, crying, talking about the pain, or expressing grief in healthy ways. The angels are surrounding them with healing energy to help them release this burden. Healing is not always a smooth or predictable process, and they may have moments of strength followed by emotional setbacks. This is part of the journey, and with patience, they will gradually heal and find peace again. Trust in love and healing. The angels encourage you to trust in the power of love and healing. Even though the person is facing deep emotional struggles right now, they are not beyond the reach of love. The Three of Swords teaches that heartbreak can lead to a deeper understanding of ourselves, our strength, and our ability to love. Though this person may be suffering now, they will emerge stronger, more open to love, and more capable of forming authentic connections in the future. They just need time, space, and the unconditional support of people who care for them. While supporting them, it's also important to protect your own heart. Offer love, but also take care of your emotional well-being. The angels remind you that both of you are being guided through this challenging time, and healing will come with time, love, and patience. The new beginning. The Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands appears as a symbol of hope, bringing the energy of new beginnings. This card suggests that despite the difficulties, there is an opportunity for growth and transformation on the horizon. The person may be at a turning point, feeling inspired or finding a new idea that could lead to a better future. This inspiration may seem like an escape from their problems, but it's essential to approach it thoughtfully. The angels urge caution. The person may feel an urgency to act and make decisions impulsively, but it's important for them to reflect and consider whether this new opportunity aligns with their true purpose and long-term goals. The Ace of Wands is a gift, but it requires careful attention and care. Encourage the person to pause, reflect, and ensure that any new beginnings are in line with their higher purpose. This opportunity can lead to real growth, but it must be handled thoughtfully. Embracing the power of support, the Three of Cups, in addition to individual healing, the angels also bring the Three of Cups to the reading, symbolizing the strength and support that comes from community and relationships. The person may feel overwhelmed and isolated, but the angels want to remind them that they are not alone. There are friends, family, and loved ones who are ready to offer their support. The Three of Cups encourages the person to reach out to others and accept help. Healing often comes from connection, not isolation. Additionally, this card brings a message of celebration. Even in the midst of difficulty, it's important to find moments of joy, to celebrate small victories, and to laugh. These moments of joy are not distractions, they are necessary for emotional healing. If there has been any tension or distance in their relationships, the Three of Cups also encourages reconciliation and healing of broken bonds. By mending relationships, the person can find relief from their pain and move toward peace. The role you play in their healing, as someone who cares deeply about this person, your role is crucial in their healing journey. You can be a bridge to help them reconnect with their community and loved ones, reminding them of the strength that comes from shared experiences. Encourage them to engage with others, participate in gatherings, and lean on the support available to them. Your love and presence can remind them that they are valued not only by you, but by a wider circle of people who care about them. Hope for the future, the Three of Cups, also carries a message of hope for the future. It reminds both you and the person you care about that their struggles are not permanent. There will come a time of celebration and peace, and together you will overcome this hardship. Life's challenges are easier to bear when shared, and with love, support, and mutual understanding, they will find their way to brighter days. Conclusion. In conclusion, the angels urge you to trust in the power of love, healing, and the support of community. While the person you love may be going through deep emotional pain, they are not alone. Healing is a process, and with time, patience, and unconditional love, they will emerge from this difficulty stronger and more open-hearted. Your role in their journey is to offer compassion, remind them of their inner strength, and help them reconnect with those who care. Trust in the divine timing of the universe and know that both of you are being guided toward a brighter, more fulfilling future. By embracing the messages of the Three of Swords, the Ace of Wands, and the Three of Cups, you can help the person you love navigate this challenging period and ultimately find peace, joy, and connection once more. Trust in the guidance of the angels and know that healing is always possible, even in the darkest moments.